No.
And are you an officer of Nexium, a vice president, a secretary, assistant secretary, treasurer, any officer positions do you have with Nexium?
No.
How about any Nexium-related businesses?
No.
Any businesses that Nancy Salzman owns?
No.
Any businesses that Keith Raniere owns?
No.
And do you occasionally sign checks for Nexium?
Yes.
And what checks are those?
Those are for paying sales commissions.
Okay, and what company is that paid through?
I can't recall the name. There's a I can't recall the name.
Okay.
Offhand.
Okay, so, but if I asked you to present one of those checks, you could do that? One of those checks written to me?
Yes.
If those were subpoenaed?
Yes.
And in that capacity of signing, what is your capacity to sign those checks?
I am the president of that particular company.
And you can't remember the name of it?
I don't get involved in the running of the accounting department of that.
Well, what's the name of the company that you're president of?
Ethical Value Exchange.
Okay. And can you explain to me why Nexium pays part of its commissions out of a company called Ethical Value Exchange?
They set up, I think, that as like the administrative company. So that's where they pay through.
Do they pay commissions out of executive success programs?
I'm not really sure. I mean, the checks come through Ethical Value Exchange.
Do all commissions come through Ethical Value Exchange?
That I'm not sure.
Okay, and then are you familiar with checks that a proctor in the Pacific Northwest, Wendy Rosenbrook, signs for commissions?
No, I'm not.
So you're not aware that commissions are paid from 3 different sources?
No.
Okay. So who has ownership interests in Nexium?
I believe Nancy Salzman.
Okay. And who has is the same interest held by ESP?
Yes.
And what is First Principles, Inc.?
That's the company that owns the intellectual property.
And who owns First Principle, Inc.?
I believe Nancy Salzman.
Is Keith Raniere a part of the owner of First Principles?
That I'm not sure.
And what do you know the relationship between Nexium and First Principles?
Nexium licenses the materials from First Principles.
So Nancy licenses her own materials to herself?
To that company.